Let's talk about content creation for YouTube. Hey, I'm Coach Molle from Visibility Hacking Studios, and we help small businesses connect with their ideal audience and start making, bottom line, more money because they're connecting to the right customers. And we want to help you guys do that too. And we put together last week, you might have checked it out, our Becoming a YouTuber series is what we've called it, where we gave you tons of tips on how to get started creating the right type of YouTube content to attract your potential customers, the right customers, no matter what niche or industry you're in, no matter how big your following is, or your customers' followings, or your competition's followings. And we had so much fun doing that, well, we've got an extra bonus video for you today. In today's video, we're going to talk about what you need to know before you start recording for your content. We'll talk about the secret to creating great content that people want to watch over and over and over again. And we'll talk about one of my favorite topics, grabbing visual authority, and why it's so important, and it's actually like absolutely vital to the success of any content creator online. And I'll tell you the secrets, I promise. Just stay tuned. Roll that intro. Let's start by talking about what you need to know before you start recording. I tell you a lot to focus on planning your content, doing the research, being intentional about each of the pieces of content you create. Because we are not playing the game of content for the sake of content. We're playing the game of content for the sake of connection. So when we're planning out and researching the type of content we want to put together for our channel, we need to be intentional about it. We need to put effort into it, and we need to really put ourselves in the shoes of our ideal customer. What kinds of things are they struggling with? What kinds of obstacles are they facing? What are they stuck on? What kinds of questions do they have? Ask yourself all of these things, write them down, brainstorm them, because those are the types of content you want to start creating. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. This can be really easy for some people. It can be really difficult for others. So make sure that in your business overall, you have systems designed to really listen to your people. Put together ask campaigns where you're literally asking your audience what they're struggling with, how you can help, what kinds of questions do they have, what kinds of resources are they looking for. You can then create content and create programs that the people can pay for that are going to be useful to your specific audience, because they literally told you what they're looking for. Crazy idea. Question of the day: do you plan your content? Do you literally play the game of content for the sake of content? I used to play that game. Or are you playing the game of content for the sake of connection? Are you intentionally planning your content? Let me know down in the comments. It's a big divide. It's a big debate. I know, but I'm willing to have it with you guys. There's a very simple secret to creating content that people want to watch over and over and over again. And it's simply to bring your authentic self. I am not here to debate what that really means. It can mean so many different things. Does it still even mean that anymore? That's a topic for another day. But when you're recording your content, I want you to bring your energy, bring your enthusiasm, start nerding out. I give you full permission to be a full nerd. Be obsessed. Be really, really obsessed with the topic that you're talking about. It should be something that you're incredibly passionate about. Because when you're recording and you're bringing that level of energy, it should feel like you're having a conversation with one of your best friends who is also into that same nerdy topic. And if you're a super nerd about building brand visibility, if you are obsessed with finding that level of success for your small business and your brand online, then hit the subscribe button. Become a visibility hacker here on the channel. You'll get all of our tips, tricks, and strategies delivered straight to your YouTube feed, and you're gonna love it. So subscribe now, join us, and let me know how you're doing. Introduce yourself in the comments. I want to get to know you guys. I love talking about visual authority, all of the visual authority. What makes a piece of content look like an amateur versus a professional, even if they're both shot in someone's basement? Simple. We call that visual authority. It's kind of a gut feeling that your viewers will get. It actually, scientifically speaking, psychologically speaking, it sits in a certain spot in our brain, and our brains do this process that verifies that things feel authentic and things feel true, rather than feeling like they're a little bit hokey, a little bit off. Our brains are like designed to acknowledge that kind of stuff. We don't have time to get into all of that science today, so basically just recognize our brains are doing this on autopilot. So how do we hack that? How do we use that to our advantage as content creators? Simple. Start with a really good thumbnail, something that speaks to your brand, that oozes that enthusiasm that you bring when you talk about that topic. Consider it like branding on a small scale. Every part of your content needs to breathe that brand. So if you have brand colors, make sure those are the same and consistent throughout your content. If you have a particular font you use, make sure that's in there. If you have a slogan, make sure that's in there. And if you want very fancy designs and a fully designed show for your content, well, you can always check us out. Join us for Live Academy, all that stuff. You can learn more about that in the Visibility Hackers Facebook group, which we talk about a lot. The links are down below. But yeah, you're going to want to really spend some time learning about visual authority. We got tons of videos, tons of resources for that. So join us in the group. We'll talk more about that. And for those of you who are inspired to start creating the right type of content on YouTube to attract your ideal customers, then join us over in the Visibility Vault. This is where we have a ton of different resources and trainings available to you guys absolutely free. And I've put together a YouTube starter kit. It's everything you need to know so that you could speed past all of the obstacles that we had while we were building our channel. We were trying to target audiences that weren't interested in what we were talking about. And when we finally figured it out, when we understood how the algorithm works, and we started replicating it with our clients and our customers, it absolutely changed. So I've put that all together in a quick cheat sheet for you. And yeah, you can get it over in the Visibility Vault. Head over to visibilityhacking.com/callingmyshot, and you can sign up absolutely free. So until I see you again, my friends, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I will see you again very, very soon. Maybe even sooner if you've hit that subscribe button. But anyways, remember, say it with me, my friends. I love you. Be excellent to each other and just go live, because your people, they're out there and they're waiting for you.